In our series of the history of English language and literature, this is video number 5, the Romantic Age. Previously, we have discussed Old English, Middle English, Renaissance Age, and the 18th century. I will provide the link of the playlist in the description. Today, we are going to clear all the concepts related to the Romantic Age. So now we will start with our video of the Romantic Age. What's the meaning of Romantic Age? At that time, in the 18th century, people lost their emotions, their feelings toward nature. So basically, Romantic Age mean true feelings toward the nature, toward the environment, toward your surrounding. There are many reasons that why people get far away from the nature. We will discuss that later in the video. Basically, Romantic Age start around 1798 and goes till 1837. It started in 1798 when Lyrical Ballad, which is the collection of different poems, was published by William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge. So after publishing this lyrical ballad, Romantic Age introduced in the history. Now we will see that what were the major events that take people away from the environment, that take people away from the nature, from their surrounding and all these. So we will discuss some of the major events. As you all know, in 18th century in England, George III was the king. Before George II was there, George I was there, but in this time period of 1798 to 1837, George III was the king. He was a mad person. He was a weak king. So due to his weakness, there was different events happened like American independence, French Revolution and Industrial Revolution. Yes, Industrial Revolution is a good thing, but by American independence and French Revolution there was a lot of wars, and due to wars people have fear in their heart. So people were not enjoying the nature and the surrounding. As we have seen, the Industrial Revolution is a good thing. Yes, there was a lot of job opportunities, people were moving from rural to urban areas, but as you have seen in the above picture, there is a lot of pollution. So, due to pollution, there was a lot of diseases too. People were dying rapidly. So, yes, there was the positives, but the negative aspects too of the Industrial Revolution. So people from the rural areas leaving the nature and all these and going toward those polluted area because they want job, they want money to live their life. So we will discuss the major theme that what's the basic purpose to start this romantic age. So the basic theme of this age was nature. The writers, the poets and all were focusing on nature. They were writing on nature. So that's the basic theme of this age. Number two, imagination. They were focusing on imagination, non fiction things, rather than focusing on the reality. They were writing on the emotions because, as I have mentioned earlier, emotions were removed. To make them back, to take them back, they were writing on nature. Number three, interest in common man. They were focusing on the common man. They were writing on individual rather than focusing on the society. So they were writing on the poor people. They were not focusing on the upper class only, but they were writing on the people of middle and the lower class too. So they were also writing on the supernatural things. They were using symbolism like pictures in their writings to attract the people, to make them understand more quickly. Along with it, they were also writing on the industrialization, its effect, and its benefit. So these are some of the major themes of the Romantic Age. Now we will see some of the major genres of this age. As we have seen earlier in our previous video of the 18th century, we have seen novel was introduced, magazines, journals were introduced in the previous age. So the major genre of this is poetry. Poetry was one of the major genre of this romantic age. Poem like Daffodils, Solitary Reaper were very famous. Drama was weak because people don't have enough time to go into the theaters and to enjoy the drama. They were enjoying their jobs, they were working in the urban areas, in the industries, in the factories, and they were developing themselves. Along with it, fiction and non-fiction was there. Novel was introduced in the previous age, which was also there. So one of the famous work of this romantic age was lyrical ballad. Lyrical ballad was basically published in 1798. Now we will see some of the major writers of the Romantic Age, which include William Wordsworth, who was very famous, along with S.T. Coleridge, who both published lyrical ballad. Along with it, Charles Lamb, William Hazlitt, James Austen, and Walter Scott were very famous in the time. Along with that, some famous names like Robert Burns, William Blake, John Keats, Mary Shelley were also very famous in that time. So I hope you understand the Romantic Age, the major genres, writers, and background. Thank you so much. Subscribe my channel for more.